Hello guys, welcome once more to Mommy J's channel. And today we'll be talking about one thing leading to another. Sometimes when people find themselves in relationships they didn't expect to or they did not plan to, what is the usual excuse? They say, well, one thing just led to another, and we find ourselves in a relationship. And here today, I want to say that you should be aware of those things that will lead, to a relationship that you didn't plan to. And the most important factor is physical closeness. So if you are too physically close with someone of the opposite sex, you are together all the time, discussing, maybe taking a walk, going places, to have a drink somewhere, to the shop or wherever. If you are together a lot of times, then of course that is something that will lead to another. There are those that are always, on the phone, talking, discussing, whatever. Let me just say everything and anything, they're always in contact with one another. Let me tell you that this will invariably lead to something else you did not plan for. And some people think they're strong enough, they are very comfortable with the other person in a platonic relationship. Some think they are strong Christians or they have strong moral values and they cannot be caught in the trap. But I want to say you should be very observant about how the relationship is going. For example, if you keep, sharing all your personal information, all your secrets, everything that goes on in your life, all your challenges, you keep all your complaints, whatever is wrong with you, and maybe you have a boyfriend in the true sense of the word, or a girlfriend, or you have a fiancé, or even problems in their family and all of that, you keep crying on this shoulder. At the end of the day, you will get closer and things might turn out to be what you really did not intend it to be. We are not saying, or I'm not saying you shouldn't seek for advice or comfort or sympathy from people. But in this particular case, if it is somebody of the opposite sex, it might give the wrong results from what you intended. It might be giving the wrong signals. The person complaining might think that, the other person is more committed, more friendly, more understanding, more kind, than those who are causing you the pain. And the person listening to your complaints, we have this feeling of trying to comfort you, we think that you are going through a lot, should try to help you, and so on and so forth. But be wise, understand that usually, this kind of interaction might lead to something that you did not bargain for. Take the example of those who, sort of depend on this platonic friend for many things. A girl might depend on this platonic boy for, let me say, financial assistance. You might want this male friend, to help her in maybe doing homework or going shopping, as the situation may be, or when she's stuck somewhere, ask him to come and rescue her if she can't find a taxi somewhere and things like that. And on the other hand, the boy might be asking the girl to come and help him cook some particular meals or to clean his house or to wash his clothes, and so on and so forth. And during this period, they're, still thinking that, or rightly, yes, rightly, they're thinking that they're in a platonic relationship, but they are not seeing what might come beyond that. And then, what of the situation where the opposite sex, the girl will just feel free, or the boy to go to the boy's house, or the boy will go to the girl's house, but enter everywhere, enter the room, the bedroom, they're talking, lying on the bed, talking and discussing, and sometimes they hug and embrace, and a peck on the cheek, innocent kiss on the cheek, and so on and so forth. And they still believe that it is just platonic. He's just my friend. She's just my friend. They go out together for dinner. Uh, they visit each other, and so on and so forth. Until they suddenly realize that one thing has led to another, and to another, to another, and they find themselves in bed. They find themselves having sex. The girl finds herself pregnant, and they begin to wonder how they got there, and forgetting to know that one thing always leads to another. So I'm saying that you should be wise. Check signs, as I always say. Don't let yourself be carried away, especially if you don't intend to carry this relationship further. Because sometimes when the ultimate happens, sex, pregnancy, they then realize that they're not ready for marriage, they're not suited for one another, they didn't intend to go this far, and sometimes it might be late to turn back. And there's many marriages that have happened like that just because of the circumstance. Find yourself getting married to a person you did not really intend to, really think about getting married to this person, just because one thing led to another, and you got pregnant, or you thought you loved this person and then you got married. So what I'm bringing to you this day in this episode is that be wise. If you don't want to fall into that trap of having an emotional relationship with somebody, don't be too close to that person. Keep a safe distance. You can have platonic friends of the opposite sex, yes, but don't be too close, or else one thing will lead to another, and another, and another, and another, and at the end of the day, you find yourself in a compromising situation, forgetting that you're a Christian, you have strong moral values, or that you had another boyfriend, or you had a fiancé, or you don't even really like the person, and so on and so forth. So, guys, be wise.